Hello and welcome to Newegg Now. We are coming to you live from Newegg Studios in Southern California. I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
And I'm Juan Carlos Spagnell. We're here every Thursday, like clockwork, the Thursdays, this time generally around, ready to talk about all things tech and hardware and gaming and smart home and wearables and gadgets and microphones and regular phones and monitors, and I could go on, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, so tons of stuff. We've got the info that you need, and even better, we have fantastic savings on all of it because we're Newegg. Head on over to newegg.com/Newegg now right away to check out all of those deals.
And we're gonna be talking to you about tech and deals all episode long. At the end of the show, Trisha and I are once again going head-to-head, mano-y-mano, in an exciting competitive battle. But there's one more part of our show we should probably talk about, and that's what we get from you, the audience. The discussion out there is we're broadcasting live.
Yeah, for the past couple weeks, we have been taking advantage of the fact that we're live and making the show a little bit more interactive. So please go ahead and send us your questions, comments, photos. We would love to see photos of your home PC build, since this community, I feel like, is the best at that.
Right, totally.
Send it all to Newegg on Twitter with the hashtag NewEggNow, or you can go ahead and post it in the comments of Facebook if you want, or a link in the YouTubes. However you want to get it to us. Yes. We have a team that's checking that throughout the entire show, and we are going to be checking on the best submissions later on in the show and pulling them up for everyone to see live. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah, and the Newegg Ninjas have already sent us one over.
Perfect.
This one actually came in last week, and we just missed it during the live broadcast, and we had to rectify this. Can we kick over to my screen?
Oh my!
This is a monster setup.
I'm so envious.
This is incredible. So we've got like a dual system gaming setup. I'm digging the gaming laptop up on the desk with 5 additional monitors, and the little pilot action figure on the microphone.
So good. With the
awesome.
softbox lighting.
Oh man, so this is a streamer setup that absolutely puts my home office rig to shame.
Mine too. Who sent us this?
So this came in from Nerd Show and Tell, at Nerd Show and Tell on Twitter.
And what's the
6 by Samsung MD230 monitor setup, which he also mentions that he purchased from Newegg.
That's amazing. Kudos, Nerd Show and Tell.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much for sending that in.
Well done indeed. That
I'm
is
gonna have dreams
epic.
about that.
But that
later.
and it's like and his flight stick properly set up, with the throttle control over on the side.
Yeah.
Like you're ready to mech warrior that out. I would use it to play some TIE Fighter.
Good stuff.
Some classic games.
Yeah.
So one more time, if you want to be a part of the show today, and don't be intimidated. I mean, that was a pretty epic rig. We're still going to play nice.
It's not a competition.
More modest setups,
Yeah.
or especially if you've got some theme builds that you want to show off too, like last week where we had a Fallout themed rig, which was
that was very cool.
Too.
Or a his and hers setup.
Oh, the his and hers gaming rigs were really cool too. I was still trying to get my wife off of just like, we've got dueling laptops on the couch.
Hey. That's
we
still a step in the right direction.
So talk to us in the comments wherever you're watching this, or you can hit us up on the Twitters at Newegg. Use that Newegg Now hashtag and show us your photos, show us your videos, and we'll share them on the show.
Okay, but before we get going with the show today, we should talk a little bit about the big event dominating tech news over the past few days, Mobile World Congress. Now, I know this is an event that's super important to you.
Yeah.
You've been doing strictly smartphones for so long.
Yeah, the last couple of years.
Yeah. So what do you think were the biggest announcements from the show?
So there were a couple that did spark up, I thought, some interesting conversations. First of all, Huawei, the 3rd largest smartphone manufacturer in the world. They're constantly juggling between 2nd and 3rd with Apple. So this is a huge name internationally that we don't get as much
Not as
attention
big domestically,
here
but
in North America and the United States. They actually went to MWC not showing off their new phone.
Yeah.
So I think everyone in the tech press was a little afraid of Samsung. We're definitely going to talk about the S9. But they showed off a new laptop, which was stunning. So I got to go hands-on with that at a special pre-brief in San Francisco before they showed it off at the show. 91% screen to bezel ratio.
Beautiful.
With a touch screen, 3K display, 8th gen Intel discrete graphics.
So you liked it.
This thing is really sexy, but I mean, I was showing it to you before that there is this one controversial element to the design.
Which I personally, this would be a deal breaker for me, but you like it.
And there are so many people I think this would be cool. So to make that bezel ratio as clean as possible, they don't have a webcam up at the top of the screen because there's just not enough room with a tiny, tiny bezel. So they have a special security button buried in the function keys that pops up a webcam from the keyboard level. And when you think about how many people use their webcams on a regular basis, like I think that would be perfectly fine for the person who's out there traveling, needs to take a conference call, Skype call, something like that, but...
well, I mean, certainly for any type of content creation or if you're doing a lot of video, this is not the ideal angle to shoot oneself from if you stream, anything like that. But I'm even thinking just for... I disagree with you. Even people who are just using it for Skype conference calls for work or Skyping with family, like my mom, I love you, Mom. She already has a hard time not only showing half of her face when she Skypes with me from across the country with a webcam on the top of her laptop. You put it down here, I'm not, Mom, where'd you go? Like, I feel like that's pretty intense. Like, how many books would you have to prop that up on? And then could you even
to be at eye level and then bring the screen back down?
The screen, I feel like it's just not usable.
I think their philosophy is correct, even if this maybe isn't the most ideal placement, because it's also about security. So many people will put like tape or covers on their laptop webcams, and this is electronically disabled when you push it down. There were a couple of the really cool things on the show. We got to see some new phones from Sony. They're finally getting after, because if you're familiar with phones, Sony has a really boxy design. They're starting to kind of curve the edges and bring the screen up.
People who are Sony phone fans are intense.
Oh, totally. And I love the Xperia XZ1 Compact. But they're starting to embrace this new longer, taller screen format. Nokia, of course, HMD Global owns the Nokia label, and they've been making a lot of headlines with retro phones. So, I mean, I showed you a picture of this. I kind of want one. It's the 8110. They're bringing back that slider button phone from the Matrix.
But you don't want one as your main phone.
I just want one.
Right.
Yeah, like I'll put it up on a shelf and like, you know, make it a display piece. I mean, it's got like a Facebook app.
Do you know what the price point is on it?
I don't know what it's going to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm like, if
probably too much.
If it costs, if it's affordable enough for me to just put it on my shelf as a nostalgic display piece, then great. But if it's more expensive than that, then...
And to occasionally pop a SIM card in it and use it in public just to be that guy. Hold on, let me get this phone.
It's just fun.
It's adorable.
It's just fun.
There was a concept phone that I thought was pretty cool, the Vivo Apex.
Okay.
Which it's again, we're trying to get phones that are all screen. And this one, again, it's something crazy like a 95% screen to body ratio. And the entire bottom section of the phone is all fingerprint sensor. So it doesn't matter where on the screen you touch.
Oh, interesting.
But again, to avoid the notch, you know, like the iPhone 10 notch, I don't think is good design. It's practical to solve the problem that Apple wanted to solve.
Right.
But when you watch video, it cuts into the side of your video. So
I know that was a sticking point for you.
I can't unsee it. So they have a little periscope. So the webcam pops up from the top of the phone. Again, some interesting ideas, probably not something we'll ever see in a consumer product.
Yeah, I would be worried about that breaking
durability
in a consumer product.
And water resistance. You have so many little pop and hinge and things like that. But the big dog, the company that stole all the ink, and I know you had some strong opinions on it because we started our friendship by being Samsung pals.
That's true, many years ago.
Many years ago. Galaxy S9. What are you thinking?
That 9 Plus looks so nice.
Are they gonna pull you away from LG? You're gonna leave the LG team?
Yeah, well, I kind of left Team Samsung to go LG with the whole Note explosion fiasco.
Oh, the Note 7, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the 9 Plus might pull me back. I love all the camera advancements they've made. I love that it has a lot of the things that I still really want, i.e. the IP68 water and dust resistance. The battery's looking nice in the big one. It's a 3,500 milliamp, I believe. But yeah, you can speak about it in more detail than I can, but the dual cameras in the 9 Plus.
Yeah, so I'm going to be really curious to see what benefit this brings. So first of all, we're getting the zoom sensor from the Note.
Okay.
So at that price point, super cool. But the big advancement for the main camera sensor is a variable aperture and a mechanical shutter. So this has already scored the highest grade on DxO, which Again, a lot of people feel like DxO is somehow compromised. I feel they're entirely internally consistent, but you need to read the review. You can't just look at the final number score. You need to see what were the pros and cons, and then DxO makes a lot more sense. I am worried about durability. You have a tiny little image sensor with mechanical hardware that can vary its aperture and has a little shutter click. That to me could potentially be a concern for long-term durability.
Well, and it's been a few generations since Samsung let us pop the back off and fix things ourselves. So what is something small that could have been an easy fix for many people who are DIYers, now we need to send it back for repair, which is probably my least favorite thing in the, I can't even say those words without throwing up in my mouth a little bit.
But I mean, for those of you who are looking at the S8, this looks like a wonderful iteration. So it's not going to be a radically different experience than last year's phone, but like fixing the fingerprint sensor location.
Oh my, I forgot to say that. That's
huge.
Biggest.
That's such a big deal.
I'm not going to mess up and smudge up my camera anymore when trying to unlock my phone.
The pop-up software warning on the Galaxy camera, like, oh, and you might need to wipe your camera lens. And you're like, yeah, because you put the fingerprint sensor in the wrong place. But that's going to be gone now. We should probably get back to the main part of the show.
Let's do it.
There are a ton of stories out there from some great sites, and some of my favorite mobile bloggers have all been covering MWC like crazy. You can definitely catch more of that coverage around the internets, but you should stay tuned right there because we're going to be right back talking about the gear you need to stay safe and comfortable for long gaming sessions. So definitely come back, check that out. Welcome back. We knew you'd come back. We knew you'd want to see what was going on.
They only watched the video for like 30 seconds.
I know, but you can never try. Like that might be too. Okay. Anyway.
All right.
So today we're talking posture, ergonomics, comfort, all that good stuff because you can't game if your back hurts.
That's very true. We spend a lot of time around here in front of screens, as most people do these days, I'd wager.
Definitely.
Humans were not designed for 700 hours of MMOs, so being aware of what your body's going through during a long work or gaming session is really important.
Oh, absolutely. So you've probably heard some of the basic things like taking a break every hour or so to stretch, get your blood flowing.
Or making sure to look away from your computer every 20 minutes and stare at a distant object. They say at least 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. Some eye doctors call this the 20-20-20 rule. Looking far away apparently relaxes the focusing muscle inside the eye to reduce fatigue.
So before I get back on script, I had never heard that. So I've been doing computers wrong pretty much my entire life.
No, I've only recently found this out.
So I not a good role model. The problem is we all know we should do these things to kind of improve. I mean, I wear a smartwatch that is constantly telling me, hey, you've been sedentary for too long. And I go,
nope.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I kind of keep doing whatever I was doing before. So that's why making sure your setup is customized in a way that helps you be more comfortable and to stay healthier is so important.
Yeah, one of the few injuries we have to worry about in our line of work, other than falling off chairs because you fell asleep because you were gaming for too long, is damaging our wrists or hands with repetitive motion. That can be a thing.
Definitely. And speaking of ways that you can hurt your wrists, we should talk about carpal tunnel syndrome, or CTS. As most of you probably know, it's a wrist injury that's a result that occurs when tendons in the wrist swell.
Yeah.
So it applies pressure to the median nerve that runs through the forearm and into the hand. So it hurts a lot, and it's not super fun.
For a long time, it's been thought that working at a keyboard and performing repetitive wrist movements from typing and clicking caused carpal tunnel syndrome, but new research shows that that's not really the case, surprisingly. There's no direct provable correlation between extended PC use and carpal tunnel syndrome.
So in 2008, a review of 8 epidemiologist studies
Haha.
Got that word on the first try, Nick. Haha.
Nice.
On the connection between computer use and CTS was published in BMC Musculoskeletal Disorders Volume 9.
Again.
A rip-roaring good read. I mean, I could not put it down. So, I'm sorry, not to make light. The review found no evidence that computer work or other repetitive low-force work causes CTS. Certain wrist positions were shown to increase pressure on the carpal tunnel, but this increased pressure did not reach dangerous levels in their study. So that being said, you can absolutely strain yourself if you aren't careful or if you already have CTS or tendinitis. So one important way to avoid this is to make sure you stretch your arms properly if you're prone to stress injuries.
Ooh, I try to do this, but I'm probably making it up and doing it wrong. So why don't you show us what we're supposed to do, Juan?
The Newegg Ninjas went out and found some really good videos and stuff. So one of the ones, if we actually throw it on my screen, I can show you some of it right here.
Oh, cool.
This comes courtesy of a percussionist, David Kuckerman, who put this together in a handy YouTube video. I'm going to go full screen on this. Don't worry, guys.
I love the YouTubes.
And so he's showing different types of thumb and hand and wrist exercises.
Okay.
Which again, from a musician standpoint, there are some similarities. So wrapping your fingers around your thumb and then slowly pulling your wrists down, and you should start to feel where in your arm and your hand things are getting stretched.
Yeah.
And again, this side wrist exercise that he's showing, pushing against part of your hand to then stretch the top muscles of your forearm. What's hilarious is this shares some similarities with a previous life of mine in college when I was studying dance. This is ridiculous that I'm even bringing this up on the show.
No, but I mean, you have quite the spectrum of experience, so I feel like talking about the fact that you studied dance is important.
Here, we'll leave a link in the show notes on this video. I'm going to go ahead and pause this right now.
Okay.
So you guys can actually catch his full, because it's a great look at what a musician goes through. And again, if you think about guitarists, percussionists, drummers, even wind instrument players, they share some of those same issues that gamers share in how they utilize their hands. And dancers also go through a lot of this stuff too. So in flamenco, it was all about sort of bending finger wrist stretch for those really pretty graceful hands that I can't pull off today anyway.
Wait, that's not in all your phone reviews?
Right. I'm the
worst,
the worst hand model ever for showing you how amazing the smartphone is. But every stretch that you go through should be around 8 to 10 seconds. You don't want to overtax these muscles because they're these little strip control muscles that help stabilize what's the main core activity. So you want to be careful in how you're going through this, but a little bit of prep like that can help a lot. So you should be able to feel if a stretch is working. You should not ever feel pain.
No.
That is a clear signal that you're not doing it right.
Right.
But you'll know when you found the right stretch to sort of address the issue that you're having.
Awesome. I love it. Well, Juan, I think it's time for you to start an exercise channel in addition to your phone reviews. And in addition to stretching and just being aware of what your body's saying for all of you out there, sometimes finding the right keyboard and mouse can really help a lot.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, most modern keyboards and mice are designed to be comfortable, but they might not be right for hours and upon hours of working or gaming. Yeah. There are other options out there, so let's go ahead and talk about some of those.
Oh, so totally. First, an alternative to traditional mice would be a trackball. So, you know, a regular mouse, you have to move your entire hand, or if your setup isn't properly sort of adjusted for your body, you might be moving shoulder, back, and elbow in ways to manipulate the mouse, which are definitely not healthy for a setup. So a trackball, we actually have one on the side. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out and put it on the table right now, and just undo this cable.
There we go.
Doing it live. So obviously, a trackball keeps your hand and arm in place as you manipulate this as a sensitive control surface. So instead of your wrist, you're using your fingers or your hand, however you want to set it up, or what type of product you're using. So this means you're also not limited by space. It's silly, like I actually got a new mouse pad at home and it didn't really fit my desk.
Okay.
'Cause I wanted a larger format, but I didn't really measure properly.
Got it.
So for mouse movements and stuff, like, you know, a trackball just stays in place. You don't have to worry about moving all around a tabletop surface.
Yeah, for sure. It also allows for more precision. So people joke, and by people I mean us, we've joked a lot about gaming on a trackball, but the truth is that for certain games and for certain gamers, the extra precision and speed afforded by a trackball can be a better fit than a traditional mouse. I mean, for something like an RTS or certain FPSs, a trackball can really give you an advantage.
Maybe? I know, like, so Newegg Ninja Leo swears by it, and so I've never actually seen him play with the trackball, but apparently they captured, what was it, some Overwatch, where he actually pulled off like...
Yeah, and was real good.
And like he was like performing. So I don't know that I necessarily believe that footage was what I need is a camera on Leo synced with the gameplay for me to believe that
Leo's
actually
gonna school
happened.
You so hard.
Oh, he's gonna break me. It's not even gonna be close. But again, I need to see it. Okay. I need that evidence. You know, I'm agnostic to whether or not this is true until I have evidence. So if you're doing repetitive motion over and over, like certain types of data transfer, certain types of games you're playing, in a professional environment, you'll often see trackballs for that very reason. It helps you sort of minimize that kind of stress.
Now, of course, it takes a lot of getting used to, so don't expect to start getting headshots as soon as you bust out the trackball. We're going to put that to the test at the end of the show, actually.
Challenge accepted. So some are essentially a hybrid of a trackball and a traditional mouse. So there's the Logitech M570 wireless laser trackball, which we have on sale today. That's for $9 off, along with a $5 gift card you can use later.
Nice. And if you're more interested in traditional mice, don't worry, we've got you covered on that front too. Today we also have the Cougar 600M 8200 DPI gaming mouse in a very exciting bright Cougar orange for the same deal. That's $10 off, along with a $5 gift card.
Getting a good mouse is important for sure, but getting the right keyboard is also super important.
Oh, yes. We went into pretty serious depth a few weeks ago all about keyboards, but we didn't really touch on some of the different designs you might encounter.
Oh, totally. Ergonomic keyboards are essentially designed to allow you to rest your wrist in different ways. So they're not going to heal your wrists or hands if they are already damaged or injured, but it's absolutely worth trying out a different setup. Ergonomic keyboards go from downright bizarre designs to something that you're probably fairly similar to. So, and you shouldn't be afraid of the different options. You can get wireless ergonomic keyboards. You can get them with RGB if you need your twinkling lights.
Yeah, a lot of the same things that you're used to.
Totally. So, you know, even getting them with mechanical switches for the purists out there.
So we've got a bunch of excellent keyboards on sale today. These are not, a lot of these are not ergonomic, but as long as you pay attention to how you're feeling, do those stretches that Juan showed off, and maybe get a wrist rest, then you should be fine.
Everyone should study flamenco. For Newegg now, we've got the very fancy Corsair K70 Lux mechanical keyboard on sale for $20 off with a $10 gift card. You can use that at a later date. For those of you who haven't seen us talk about this deck before, it's got red backlighting, cherry MX red switches for that nice clickety-clack.
Love it. And we've got more Corsair keyboards for you too. If you're a fan of RGB, you'll want to check out the Corsair Strafe RGB mechanical keyboard, available with cherry MX red or brown switches for $30 off, along with a $15 gift card. So if you've been wanting a mechanical keyboard, there's never been a better time to pick one up.
Truth. And it's not just keyboards and mice either that can affect your comfort and your health. We spend a lot of time with headsets on. So between audio production, editing, and gaming, making sure you have a comfortable headset is a very important part of making sure your PC lifestyle is copacetic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the HyperX Revolver wired gaming headset. It sounds great. It's super comfortable. I've worn this thing for hours and not had a problem.
So I haven't actually gotten to spend much time on the Revolver, but I mean, another early project that we worked on, I think we've talked about this before too, is I was a huge fan of the HyperX Cloud too.
Both the initial Cloud and the Cloud 2,
that
both
was
really, really nice.
Such a good bang for buck.
I agree. And the Cloud Alpha, have you tried those?
No, I wanted, because did you get to play with it at
Oh,
CES,
yeah.
or,
oh, yeah.
I didn't get to head on over. I need
Beautiful.
to
Feels
do
like
that.
fluffy cotton on your ears.
Like my head's in a cloud.
Yeah.
Because the HyperX, it's a cloud.
Yeah, I get it. I see what you
It's
did
not
there.
even really a pun. I should stop. So we have one of those, the HyperX Revolvers on sale today, which you can pick up an excellent gaming headset for a whopping $50 off right
really
now.
good.
So, so Tricia, I mean, we have different, sort of different tech lifestyles between video editing, production, and then game streaming and live content. What are some of the things you found that have helped you stay focused on like the gaming task at hand? Because you've got a lot on your plate. You're not only trying to host entertaining content, you're also trying to play and manage a community all at the same time. So there can't be a lot of room for like fidgeting and moving around and adjusting things.
No, well, not and long streams, but also just marathon gaming sessions myself when I'm not streaming late at night. So I have been wearing my gunner glasses today. These are not my traditional glasses. I have them here in case I can't read something. But I've been wearing my gunners for the entire show today, and this is Gunner Optics. These help protect your eyes from blue light and strain. And the nice thing that I will say about these, I had a different pair of blue light filtering glasses before, a brand I will not name. But I had those before I got a chance to try these out. And the difference between the two was astounding. Not only is there a much better filtering with the gunners, but there's so much more lightweight. I actually got these before I needed prescription glasses, so I wasn't used to wearing glasses at all, and I was really worried about, man, if I'm someone who doesn't wear glasses at all and now I'm going to be wearing these for like a 6 or 7 hour stream or gaming session, I'm obviously going to get a headache, you know, and never. They're super, super lightweight, and I love them. And I know that there's a lot of people out there on the internet that kind of make faces about gamer glasses, but it was funny because I brought in my gunners today, and the Newegg Ninja team was like, "Gunners, I forgot mine today," and Juan.
I'm so mad. I saw the show notes and it was like, oh yeah, I should bring my gunners.
So we all have a preference when it comes to that kind of stuff, but that's something that's really important to me. Also, a good gaming chair is really important to me. I have the worst, like, I have okay posture when I start out, and then worse and worse and worse posture as I go. Yeah, I turn into Gollum. By the end of my gaming session, and people who watch my streams will watch me, you know, sitting on one foot, then sitting on the other foot, then I'm like fetal positioned off to the side, like, so having a pillow for lumbar support or just really good lumbar support in general helps remind me to sit up a little straighter so I'm not hurting by the end of my gaming session, and I feel like that's important. What about you, Juan?
I mean, kind of the same situation. So when I'm doing like a live stream or podcast, some sort of long form discussion, I usually frame pretty tight. And that's one trick I've found to not just deflate. Like I'll see like, oh, my chin's hitting the bottom of the frame and I need to sit back up. But if you watch one of my podcasts, you'll see a lot of like shifting and let me get my other leg under. And even like throughout the show, I have to remind myself like, hey, you know, don't shove your foot under your butt. One of the other tricks that I found is I do really like to have different pieces of hardware for that specific activity. So like gaming headsets, critical for a certain aspect of either communicating with team chat or also trying to do a live stream. But if I'm doing more something kind of podcast style, I might want to leave my ears more open, go to an in-ear monitor feed, and then have an external mic that allows me to kind of customize the sound of that a little bit more. I trade my mice on a daily basis for, I'm gonna be editing a lot today, I need something that's a little smaller sculpt style. I'm gaming, I need something chunkier and way more aggressive and way more accurate. Those types of things go a long way for fitting the right tool to the task at hand. And that's kind of what helps keep me on point, because there's a lot of stuff where I get so cranky, I have the wrong mouse to edit, and like, oh, I can't do it. I just need to switch mice, and then it slows me down. I'm thinking about that more than I'm actually trying to get my work done.
Things like having your monitor the correct distance away, the correct height, so that you're not straining too. There's so many different things.
Oh yeah, and so and at the end of the day, there's a ton of science about what works for you, for why that works. But the truth is, it's you just really want to take that second to kind of read your body and see like, this is comfortable, this isn't, and make sure that that stuff works for you.
Yeah, and if you are typing on an ergonomic keyboard, like if that feels better for you, then that's what you should use, even if other people think it's weird. Like for me, the ergonomic keyboards that are kind of shaped like a mound that are split, I have friends who use those. I cannot type on them at all. I'm useless. But if that works for you, go for it. Same goes with mice or trackballs, different chairs, different desks. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and healthy is the setup that you should go with, regardless of other people's thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, we'll judge you, but you're getting your stuff done, so we don't matter. The most important thing is to make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you do your stretch, take breaks from time to time, stand up. Every time we cut to a commercial, I'm drinking water and kind of stretching, moving around, all that stuff, and we only have a 1-hour show. It's hard when you just need that one more kill. You need to finish that one more project. You need to reply to that one more social media comment. But trust us, it's really worth it.
So next up, we're going to be talking standing desks and gaming chairs, so stay right where you are.
Welcome back to Newegg Now. Marathon gaming sessions, long hours spent editing video, late nights writing papers for school the night before it's actually due. I've been there for all of that.
Oh yeah.
We all have those times when we spend hour after hour in front of our computer without taking the breaks we probably should. We had a note in there to have another conversation about ergonomics. We kind of covered a lot of that. So Tricia, I'm just going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Your best/worst marathon gaming game.
Oh man. I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this, but The Sims? That's one of those games that I'll sit there in, and for whatever reason, I'll set a goal for it's too close to life. I'm like, I'm just gonna get the next promotion, or I'm just gonna get through like one more day in sim time, and like 5 hours real life time goes by, but I only finished one day. So I think I've only been gaming for maybe an additional 30 to 45 minutes, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's 3 in the morning. I'm an idiot. Like I have work or class tomorrow. It was really bad for me when I was in college. But yeah, anything that's like a simulation or resource or time management game for me just zips by. What about you?
So people talked about like WoW addiction, and you have that sort of feedback. Before WoW addiction was a thing, Diablo 2 caused very serious problems for me in my circle of friends.
So good though.
My school life and my work life. And I get nervous going back to like play Diablo 3 because
it's so good.
It's so good. It's crack.
Don't be nervous. Do it. So guys,
next week I won't even be on the show. I'll be like live streaming and playing Diablo.
Hey Juan, we're Diablo 3. Okay,
Yeah,
well what level
sorry.
though? All right, then that's all right.
Okay.
So guys, sitting for long hours while you're gaming or working, like we've mentioned, can be really rough on your back, your hips, your posture in general. Don't become Gollum like me. One potential solution for this is a standing desk.
Yeah.
And that's something that's become a lot more popular in recent years.
Totally.
Which is funny to me. I never expect that because I'm so not a standing desk person. I tried sitting on the exercise ball at a sitting desk. I've tried standing desk. None of them are great for me, and I certainly don't think I could game for long sessions at them. But my husband, for example, swears by his standing desk, absolutely loves it. I've worked with editors who, I feel like, sit at their computer or stand at their computer longer hours than just about anyone who loves standing desks.
Totally.
How do you feel about them?
It's so funny. That's exactly my experience. For whatever reason, gaming, I need kind of a seated, hands-on, balance a controller. So when I sold myself the new TV on a previous episode of Newegg Now, we have our TV mounted really high, and I've got the PS4 just sort of bolted to the back, and I plug it in. I just wrapped up the remaster on Crash Bandicoot.
Nice.
Super fun. I just love going back to some of those classic like on the rails games. And my controller's dying. I plug it in. I think, yeah, I can stand, just like kind of look up at the screen. No, I fail, like hard fail, like just insta death. But for work, there seems to be something for me about standing on my feet, trying to organize video projects, put files together, where that seems to make perfect sense.
Maybe it makes you feel more productive or something like that.
I've got the blood flowing, I've got body parts moving, and I don't feel like I'm just sort of melting into the project. I feel active and engaged. So like your husband, work stuff seems to click for me very quickly, whereas I would have to relearn how to game.
Well, and apart from our individual user experiences, everyone's probably seen an article or two about the benefits of standing desks. But just so that we're all on the same page, let's go ahead and discuss a few of those benefits.
Definitely. So first, the health benefits. Early studies have shown that some interesting links between standing more and reducing obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. This is not a magic cure. You want to look at your lifestyle holistically, but it's one small data point. It's one small step in the right direction for people who spend a lot of time looking at glowing rectangles.
And one thing that's really interesting about standing desks is that if you measure the calories burned sitting versus standing, it actually isn't that big of a difference. Standing will burn slightly more energy, but not enough to make a significant difference. So the key is that more than sitting or standing, walking around even just a little bit, or shifting back and forth, some kind of movement, is great for your health. And if you spend your time standing, it's much easier to do that regular movement.
Yeah, exactly, because you're already in a position to take a couple steps as opposed to ignoring your smartwatch, which is trying to nanny you about doing the exact same thing. So another thing standing desks are great for can be improving your posture, which now that I've just said the word posture.
I know, we both just sat up a little bit taller when you said that.
And I just sucked in my gut. I spent the last weekend eating my way through Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it was glorious.
And I brought donuts in this morning.
I'm totally feeling it right now. So when you spend hours on your PC, for a lot of people, it's natural to kind of slouch, to find something that's sort of relaxed musculature-wise. You're gonna your hips are gonna move forward. You start looking like that guy in that one episode of South Park. I think you know exactly who I'm talking about. One of my all-time favorite Comic-Con cosplays is that character. Some guy walking around with a desk kind of bolted to his tummy. I was like, go that guy. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, well, that guy is awesome, but that kind of sitting is horrible for your body.
No, it's totally right.
But it can be hard to resist slipping into that position. I am the worst offender of that. But if you stand up and put your monitor at the right height so you can keep your head looking straight ahead, it can be a lot easier to keep your body in a healthy, upright position. And that brings me to another benefit of standing desks, which is improved concentration and focus. Just think about it. I mean, it's natural to feel more awake and active when you're standing up, and that can really help with certain kinds of activities that require focus. So writing, talking on the phone, and yes, even certain kinds of gaming.
Yeah, so it takes some time to adjust to a standing desk, but standing up while playing a PC game can be an interesting experience. For some of the B-roll that we've shot here at Newegg now, it's totally a head trip. We did the SciTech, the flight stick.
You did it more than I did. I freaked out.
Really hard to get a hand, because even psychologically, you think airplane, cockpit, sitting, flight stick, controls. So on my feet felt totally wrong at first, and then after a while you kind of naturally find how you're going to interact with that content, and you get better, you get into it, but it's definitely an adjustment period. So if you're interested in trying out a standing desk but don't want to get rid of the desk you currently already have, you probably enjoy it, it's your desk, that's your battle station. We have a couple great options today as part of Newegg Now. So first, the electric desk riser from Laurel. This is the black model we have right over here.
Right over there.
And we can have them flip the camera over. You can get this today for just $169.99 as part of the show. That's about 30% off the normal price. This is really exciting in the space right now where these adjustable platforms are becoming more popular, and we're seeing some really competitive pricing going down, but we can even do better because they're on sale. So this sits on top of your desk, converts from a sitting to standing workspace with the push of a button. The hardest part about switching to a standing desk is leg fatigue while you're getting used to it. With this option, you can stand for short periods of time rather than making this a full-time mainline standing solution. You can adjust it when you need to stand up, sit down.
Yeah, I think that if I was going to bridge into it, that would be the way that I would have to do it.
Totally.
If black isn't your style, then check out the Apex desk options, also on that Newegg.com/Newegg Now page. This model, which we have just over here, this model is a bit bigger than the Laurel, so if you have a big keyboard or you, say, want a multi-monitor setup, this might be the right choice for you. Just make sure you have the desktop space to support it. The Apex desk raises or lowers at the touch of a button also, and is available for just $199 today with the promo code on that Newegg Now page. And as far as colors go, you can get it in either white or walnut.
Interesting. So we have one last standing desk deal to mention before we move on, also from Apex Desk, and this is the Flex Pro series. This is a full table all on its own. Not just something you put on top of an existing desk, so this is replacing that.
Right.
It's ideal if you want a single piece of furniture, and if you want to do more standing up than just using your computer. This provides you a full 66 inches long by 30-inch wide table surface, so you can raise or lower using the buttons on the device. you can also pair it with your phone using the Bluetooths, so you can.
Ooh.
So we were kind of joking around about this, but then one of the jokes was like, well, I want to walk over to my desk and I don't want to have to wait for it to be standing.
Yeah, do it before you get there.
And so I was like, actually, that is kind of cool.
That's really nice.
That is actually, I can't make fun of that. I kind of want one. So you can get this Apex desk in either white or black, and it's $150 off today as part of Newegg Now. So go ahead and check out that deals page.
Now, if you care about your comfort while using your computer for long periods of time, but you're not quite ready to become a standing desk person, gaming chairs are also a very popular option. We've featured them often on Newegg Now before, so you should know all the basics by now. These are chairs that are designed to be more functional, provide better support, customization, and of course, they look a lot cooler than typical office chairs. They're usually made from superior materials and provide better support, especially for your lower back, which I mentioned before is really key for me specifically, but for a lot of people.
Some nice padding, little pillow back here. That lumbar support, very critical. So there are a lot of gaming chairs out there to choose from, including models from N-Seat, like the ones Trisha and I are sitting in right now. On that Newegg Now deals page, you'll see the N-Seat Pro 300 and 600 series in a variety of colors to match your gaming rig battle station lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
Both models have this racing-inspired design, a bunch of different adjustability options. You're sitting in the 300, which supports up to 270 pounds. And again, because I spent the last weekend eating my way through Albuquerque, New Mexico, the 600 supports up to 350 pounds, which I'm pretty sure Nick is saying I need to go on a diet. So keep that in mind when deciding which one is right for you. So you can get the N-Seat Pro 300 for $149.99 plus a $10 Newegg gift card, and the Pro 600 for $289.99 plus a $30 Newegg gift card today only, while those supplies last.
I have to say also, the 300 that I'm sitting in, I sat in this today when I first got here and said, wow, this might be the first gaming chair I've ever sat in that has the pillow and the lumbar support in the right place for me. Like, I'm Hobbit size, so I get that gaming chairs are not made for me, but usually I can't even adjust them to the point where they really work for me. So this is really cool.
No, it took us a long time to find an office chair that Marie has to depress all the way down.
Yeah, Marie's tiny too.
She's très petite. That's French for very petite.
Thank you.
So she has to depress it all the way down just so her feet will hit the floor. I mean, we had to go driving, like war driving around different furniture stores and stuff to find that in an office chair. So, I mean, it's such a small consideration. Get small. But that makes a huge difference for how you interact with your space.
There's also a deal on a gaming chair from Cougar that you guys should check out on Newegg.com/Newegg Now. For those of you who like the color orange, maybe to match that orange Cougar mouse that's also available for the discount today if that's your thing. And last but not least, we're talking about keeping fit and healthy when you're on your PC. So VR is a fantastic option. Moving around playing Sprint Vector, if you have not played Sprint Vector yet, it is such a workout, or Echo Arena, really gets your blood pumping. And today only, while supplies last, you can get an Oculus Rift VR headset with the touch controllers as part of Newegg Now with a $75 Newegg gift card. This is only available as a part of the show, so go to the deals page and get that promo code.
Yeah, I love that the format of our show is like, oh yeah, and the tabletop and the desk and the chairs and mouse and keyboards and trackball and all these, and VR. And you can also
VR.
Also VR. I love it. So standing desks, gaming chairs, Oculus Rift, everything you need to stay healthy, avoid back pain without actually needing to cut down on the amount of time you spend in front of your PC. If you had parents like ours growing up in the 80s, they were wrong. Sitting too close to the TV, too much monitor time, not gonna rot my brain. This is literally my job now, Ma. Literally my job now.
Okay.
Sorry. So visit Newegg.com/Newegg Now for all the deals we've talked about today. We'll be right back with a look at some new products in the smart home security market.
Ooh. Today's episode so far has been all about staying healthy and safe, and one way that technology can help you stay safe is in the form of smart home security.
Very true. So on that Newegg Now deals page, you can see that today we're going to be talking about a few different options in the home security field from a company called LaView.
Yeah, LaView offers a number of smart home security cameras that shoot in 1080p with no monthly fees required for recording or storage, and no third party involved in the process.
And so all of LaView's cameras and devices work over Wi-Fi, so they connect to one another without wires. Wi-Fi range can be tricky, but according to LaView, in an open area, the cameras are capable of reaching up to 150 meters, roughly 30 meters longer than a professional soccer field.
Now, your exact range, of course, is going to vary depending on your own home, but unless you happen to live on a professional soccer field, then I guess you have a pretty good idea of the range that you can expect.
Totally. Like I was just imagining never mind, sorry, it was going to be a bad joke and we were already running long. So what's really nice about these LaView cameras is the flexibility you have with your setup. You can buy individual cameras that work on their own, record locally to micro SD cards, or you can connect multiple cameras with a central dedicated recording station, and those files are going to be saved on a local hard drive.
And you don't need to worry about filling up your storage either. You can set cameras up to record only when motion is detected, or you can record continuously, in which case older footage will automatically be overwritten.
So let's talk about the specific items on sale today as part of Newegg Now. First up, the LaView Smart Doorbell, which we actually have on our little product table over there.
Yeah.
You can add a camera to your doorbell, complete with 1080p resolution, 180-degree field of view, 3 different faceplates to match what your decor, 2-way audio, adjustable motion sensitivity. The LaView Smart Doorbell is normally $129.99, but today you can save $30 with the promo code on that Newegg Now page, and you'll get a $10 Newegg gift card to use later.
LaView also offers a pan-tilt camera, which offers a 360-degree view that you can control remotely with the LaView mobile app. So we have that over here as well. Using the app, you can move the camera around, seeing exactly what you want in the room. Once again, you have the 2-way audio feature, so you can hear and speak back, which makes it useful for communicating with people in another room of your house. You can connect it via Wi-Fi or an Ethernet cable if your Wi-Fi at home isn't that great. And that Ethernet option is a nice bit of functionality that a lot of smart devices don't provide nowadays. So this pan-tilt 360-degree camera from LaView is $10 off today as a part of Newegg Now. So you can get it for just $49.99, and you'll get a $10 Newegg gift card.
Last but not least, in fact, last but most, let's look at the full system from LaView. This is the one that I'm actually thinking about pushing the button on. So this is just about everything you need to get set up. You'll just need to add a hard drive, which if you're like me, you probably have a few just kind of kicking around.
Yeah.
Hook it up to your home Wi-Fi, you're good to go. System comes with an NVR, so that's a network video recorder, and that's what takes footage from your cameras and records it to that hard drive with built-in H.265 plus video compression. And again, HEVC, that's a big deal for the future of video compression services. You can store a ton of footage at very high qualities with very small file sizes.
Awesome.
Smart search features to help you find what you're looking for. And I think the look on it is pretty cool too.
It is. It's really. So you're thinking about getting this one?
We might. I mean, we're debating. Marie actually was talking to me about this morning. It's a hard fight between this and the Arlo.
Good options.
Yeah.
Yeah. So aside from the central recorder, let's talk a little bit more about this. Maybe help you make that decision.
Yeah.
Aside from that central recorder, the system comes with 4 cameras, 2 dome cameras, and 2 direct cameras that you can point in a specific direction. This package would normally cost $449.99, but today, as a part of Newegg Now, you can get it for just $299. So big price point difference between this and the Arlo. Almost everything you need to get started with smart home security, along with the option to add additional cameras as needed, all for just $299. That's pretty spectacular. So one more time, that's the LaView camera. Check out the different deal options on newegg.com/newegg-now. All right, well, over the past couple of weeks here on Newegg Now, Juan and I have been going head-to-head against each other in a few different games. First, it was Injustice 2, then it was Dragon Ball FighterZ, and for those who didn't see the past couple of episodes, how did those matches go again, Juan?
It's like an open to interpretation kind of thing.
Okay.
Like it's like a matter of perspective. It's like your opinion. Like so much in life, I just think they were good, exciting matches.
Indeed.
Good sportsmanship. That's what really counts. It's not about the winners and the losers. It's about how you play the game.
It's true. It's just also that I won. Like every time.
Almost all of them. I will hold out that you made a big deal out of saying in Injustice 2 that your favorite character was the Joker. And I did take you down with Batman.
the Joker. Well, I said the Joker was my favorite character in the first Injustice, so I was hoping that would translate to Injustice 2. But
always be Batman.
Anyway, we're going head-to-head again today.
Yes, we are. All right, let's pull this out.
But it's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, totally a little bit different. This week, we're going to try something in going head-to-head on the battlefield of art.
Oh, this is going to be so bad. So using the Paint program on Juan's computer, we will each have 1 minute to draw the best possible portrait we can of our co-host. Easy enough, right? No. The trick is that in keeping with today's episode theme, we're going to have to do that portrait using a trackball. There we go. Using a trackball. Take 2.
Crap out of me.
This is already a disaster. So this is the part of the show that I'm really excited about because it's just going to be mayhem. All right, you got the HDMI in there?
I feel like Trish is engaging in psychological warfare here. How can I freak one out?
You know, I'm totally tricking you. I'm amazing with a trackball.
Oh, dang it.
Yep.
And again, one of those situations where it's like, I don't feel I've had any time to practice this or, you know.
Okay, so we each have 1 minute. Does someone, one of our Newegg ninjas, have a timer for us? Okay, Nick's gonna do it. Great, Juan, you're going first?
I guess I'm going first, yeah.
All right, I don't even want to look until you're done. I'm real excited for this.
Give me the heads up, Nick.
Okay, is it working?
Yeah, I think we've got it set up. Is the feed live?
We're good.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
1 minute. I feel like this is gonna be, I don't know, I feel like I could probably do a better job on an Etch-a-Sketch. This is going to be horrible.
You totally took my joke. This feels exactly like trying to draw
what it feels like?
Sketch. Oh no, this is terrible. Oh!
And by terrible, you mean lovely.
No.
I'll make it my new Instagram avatar.
I'm gonna... No! Dang it! Where's the undo? Okay.
Wait, are we allowed to erase?
Sure, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Ah! No.
This would probably be more helpful if I had any proficiency in Microsoft Paint.
This is...
I just peeked, and that's amazing. I like that you've included my gunners as part of the portrait today.
10, 9, 8,
No!
5,
No, that's gonna have to stay.
2,
Come on.
1.
Just draw hair. Oh,
hands off.
Dang it.
Hands off the trackball.
Well, okay.
save it.
I'm off. So let me save
Wow.
this to the desktop.
That's lovely.
And we're
No
gonna call
joke,
this
that's going to be so much better than mine.
Trisha
So much better.
Amazing Portrait
I'm a little bit terrified of having to do this, I'm not going to lie.
.jpg.
Okay.
And desktop and saved and new
I hear a bunch of
project.
people in the other room laughing. And
They
I'm
are
not
totally
sure that
laughing
they're
at us. This
laughing
is
at us.
amazing. Okay.
Okay, so this is the button that you use to draw?
Yeah, I kind of just pushed a button and it seemed to do stuff. So I'm gonna drink some water. I'm not even gonna have the screen accessible to me.
Wow, this is gonna be so bad. All right,
love
Nick,
it.
let me know when my time is starting.
Hydration is super important.
Uh-huh.
Set, go.
Oh no.
See, it's tricky.
Okay, hold on.
See, I kind of want to throw some chatter your way, but it's so hard on its own that the smack talking.
Yeah,
is
I
already
can't. I don't know that I can deal with smack
hard
talking.
To
Okay, let me get back to. Here we go. Oh crap! That was supposed to be black. Damn it! Hold on. You're a little bit of a Bluebeard.
Fine, Bluebeard. Arr.
Like a pirate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, even something simple like I had to go.
Oh
back
no!
for-
30 seconds.
Where is even like it took me a while to even find the back button on Paint to undo.
Oh, this is so bad.
Well, I mean, next time
so sorry.
we really need to. I was like, we could even make this more difficult.
Oh,
We could have
man.
done the new Paint 3D
10,
update.
9.
I don't know where. Oh, damn it. Sorry. Mustache.
I mustache you a question.
I wanted to erase this janky part of your beard. Okay,
And
done.
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 I love it. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, let me save it.
Oh, that was horrible. I'm so
And
sorry. You're so much more handsome than that. I'm so sorry.
And one portrait from Trish. So I think I don't think we can be trusted to objectively pick a winner here in the studio. This is gonna be a little more complicated.
Can we wait? Can we
our
tweet
fighting
it out?
games.
Is Andrew here? Can we like tweet it out and maybe let Twitter decide?
Oh no, this needs to be the audience judges.
Oh, audience right now?
We'll tweet after the show and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So sound off in the comments. I mean, you got to see the actual creation of these masterpieces. And so wherever you're watching us, whenever you're watching us, so tweet at Newegg with the Newegg Now hashtag and tell us who won. We're gonna post both up too, so you'll see a tweet. I think we should probably have like a proper poll so it's scientific.
That sounds
We
awesome.
should probably talk to the team
And
there.
speaking of that Newegg Now hashtag, let's check in on what some of you guys have sent in to us. Do we have any new submissions? Let's see.
So I'm pulling up our little in-house chat right now.
Doing it live. Here we go.
Oh, they're posting funny photos of me in the chat. So,
Really?
like, apparently I've become a meme while we've been producing the show.
That makes me so happy.
Guys, come on. Okay, so let's open this up. So this is from Reedy22. I love the color profile on this. Reedy22 has an i7 8700K overclocked at 5.1 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1080 Ti, custom water cooling loop, triple monitor setup, 2 of them ultra wide, and a Herman Miller chair. Just dig in that setup.
Is that just really cool wall-mounted ambient lighting going on back there?
Yeah, it is. I like that a lot.
Man.
And that PC enclosure is pretty flippin' sweet. I like that look a lot.
That's really nice.
Even like got the PlayStation off on the side. Oh, look at that green.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I like that a lot. Okay.
That's gorgeous.
Let me pull up another
Thank you
here.
for sending that in, Reedy.
Reedy, good job. So this is from Astron on Twitter.
Okay.
And gotta give it just a second to catch up here.
Ah!
I am digging the vertically mounted
To the
monitors.
sides. Yes, I love it.
Super flipping cool, and especially with his setup for the racing wheel.
Oh, that's so cool.
Some DIY PVC piping right there. Just getting
Yeah.
his pedals all set up, fully adjusted, looking really good.
And who sent that in?
So this is from Arstron. Sorry, not Astron. Arstron, at Arstron on Twitter.
That's gorgeous.
That's excellent. And again, ambient lighting looking really good on these builds, guys. I definitely have to up my game.
And I just saw Armstrong said that picture was from a few months ago. You're currently working on redoing it.
So this is the real E-Nate. And again, this Corsair case has been getting a lot of love.
Yes, it has.
I've even been seeing people posting like web comics about PC building and DIY
Yeah.
that they'll vaguely sketch out this exact case
Like
from
you
Corsair.
do.
Just looking really sweet. And I love that rainbow RGB effect. And let's see, we've got Vulcan.
Okay, this will be the last one.
Okay,
we're
Vulcan,
being told.
you're gonna wrap us up here.
Anyone
Vulcan.
else who's sending in more, we will save them for next week's episode.
So you better have brought your A game, Vulcan. Oh, and he did.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, it's really nice.
Again, nice glass build right there. He also gave us all of his box shots.
I love seeing that. Show everybody how you pieced it together. I love it.
10, all Aorus geared.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Oh, the Gigabyte folks are gonna love that.
Really nice.
And you got to give us the close up on that 1080. I need to get a new GPU. I'm long overdue.
Nice. Okay,
Very
awesome. Well,
nicely
thank you
done.
guys so much for sending that stuff in. We are almost at the end of the show. But before we go, we should take a quick look back at some of the deals that we've talked about today that are on that newegg.com/newegg now page.
Yes. So if you want a new gaming keyboard, mouse, or even a trackball so that you can create amazing works of beautiful art, we have options from Cougar, Corsair, Logitech. If you want a gaming chair, we have a bunch of different colors and styles from NC. Definitely check those out.
Yep, and if you've been thinking about upgrading to a standing desk, now's the time. You can do it today. We've got the full standing desk option or the desk riser. Save your back, get healthier while still playing PUBG all day.
So if you're in the market for a home security system, take a look at LeView. Whether you want just a smart doorbell, some individual 360-degree remote control cameras, or a full-fledged, all-in-one package in the box home security system, we have great prices on all of it on that Newegg Now page today. And don't forget, and again, we're just going to kind of slip that in there. Quite little.
Also
sneak it in.
VR.
Also VR. With the Oculus Rift promo, you're going to get yourself a $75 gift card to go along with your brand new VR headset.
And there's also some great laptop deals that we have to touch on that we haven't talked about yet in the show. Those are down at the bottom of that Newegg.com/NeweggNow page. We always have so many deals, we can't get to them all, but please go ahead and check out the full information on all of them. A few of them real quick, because I know we're almost done. Lenovo Flex 5 is a powerful 2-in-1 with a touchscreen, Windows 10. It's only 0.78-inch thick and 3.74 pounds. The Flex 5 is normally $729, but today you can get it for just $599 on the Newegg Now page.
Yeah, I've been a longtime fan of the Lenovo Flex and Yoga series. This is a smaller one. This isn't the one that's on sale, but I brought it from home.
You love it.
Because I love it. And the other one that you'll probably also love too is an incredible deal on a gaming laptop, the Acer Predator 15. It's a beast with a GTX 1060, i7 7700 HQ, 15.6-inch G-Sync monitor, and so much more. Most importantly, this laptop normally retails for $1,599, $1,599, available today as part of Newegg Now for just $999.
Whoa!
$600 off the Acer Predator 15.
That's awesome.
So many deals today. Make sure you check them out on that Newegg Now page before they're gone. Definitely huge, major thanks to all the people who sent in photos, comments for this week's show. Remember, if you want to join the conversation, wherever we're streaming, you can leave those comments, you can join the live chat, or you can reach out to us on Twitter at Newegg with the Newegg Now hashtag if you want to be a part of future episodes.
Yes, so thanks in addition to all of our partners today. Special thanks to LaView for sending over some of their security cameras for us to check out. And thanks to our team who makes the show possible. You guys
Newegg
rock.
Ninjas.
Thank
Good job, guys.
To everyone at home, thank you for watching. We will be back next week talking about one of our favorite topics, PC upgrades.
Back to it.
Guys, this has been Newegg Now, and now you know.
Bam.